Hey, Dead Fred, what are you doing? Well, I'm just playing on my phone here, man. Dead Fred, why are you using those overlay controls? Because I want to play on my phone. Well, Dead Fred, don't you know that there's mobile gaming controllers? What do you mean, man? Dead Fred, stay tuned. In these trying economic times where people are suffering and struggling every day to make ends meet, you must. No, wait, that's not me. Hey, Deadheads, welcome back to the channel. Or welcome for the first time, new Deadheads. Today, we're going to take a look at a couple of mobile gaming controllers. We've got a couple from Easysmx. We've got their M10 model and also their M05 model. And so we're going to take these, do a little review, do a little boxing, and see if they're worth your hard-earned dollars, going back to our opening here. Anyways, guys, please hit that like button, share. We're trying to grow the community here. Please get in the commentary, add to it, join the discussion. We're having a lot of fun down there talking about all kinds of things, retro gaming and gaming in general. So anyways, let's get these things unboxed and let's start our review. All right, Deadheads, let's take a look at these mobile controllers from Easysmx. Again, we want to thank our partners at AliExpress and Amazon.com for providing these product samples. They have not seen this video ahead of time, and my opinions are my own. So let's get into this and take a look at this. So we do have the Easysmx M05 and the M10 model here. Both of these boxes are pretty nice. We'll start with the M10 here. And it actually is still showing support for Luna, Amazon Luna, GeForce Now, Steam, Google Play Pass, Game Pass, and Android. This one is more of a traditional controller style. It is a gamer's choice, as they say. You can see it is USB-C here, ergonomic grip. It does have linear Hall triggers, Hall effect sensing joysticks, and Xbox layout. So system requirement Android or higher. So this is targeted Android. If we move over here to the M05, Stadia, Game Pass, Steam, GeForce Now, again Luna, kind of misses the Android. This is an Android specific. And you can see that back here, it does have the Hall linear triggers. It does have the adjustable USB-C plug there. 3D joysticks, D-pad, 15-watt fast charging. So we're going to take a look at the M05 first, and let's get this guy opened up and see what's inside. In the box, we literally have nothing. The controller itself, there's no cords or anything like that, and we have a manual. So pretty basic, which is fine. This is a very price attractive unit. That is one of the reasons why this particular model and this brand has started to make a bit of a name for itself. So it does look like it has the different modes and kind of gives you the instructions for how to switch between these modes. So it's always good to keep a copy of these manuals here. Just hold this up to the screen for a second in case you've lost your manual, so you can kind of see here and pause on the video and kind of see some of the instructions here for this. If you need to turn on or change the settings there. And so that's okay. This is a very cost-effective product. So let's take a look at the unit itself. And first thoughts is it's very square. So this is the M05. Again, this product was provided to us by Amazon.com, so thanks to Amazon for providing this product sample. We do have our sticks in the newer traditional Xbox layout and our D-pad here. These sticks feel pretty good. We're talking about a controller here competing with the likes of Backbone and Razer, but more in the super budget price of $30 to $40. So really nice stick there, and clicky, feels good. Listen to the click there. Nice clicks, that sounds nice. These buttons, nice clicky buttons. I like the finish on these buttons. Yeah, they feel good. So it looks like we have a menu and a home button, and then we have our start and select buttons down there. This D-pad, not sure about the D-pad. That may be one of the weak points. It feels okay, but initial thoughts here, not sold so much on maybe this D-pad. Now, one thing I think is important is you do have some sort of protection here for your device to make sure it doesn't get scratched. And so this does have a nice rubber coating here. So really like that. And then we have our USB-C port here, and it is flexible. Feels pretty good and flexible. And again, we have some support here. The back, nice logo there. This is nice, kind of feels like foam almost backing, but nice again to kind of keep it from scratching. Let's do our little test here. Okay, it's keeping its structure. It doesn't feel loose. It's not coming apart. It's snapping right back into place. So it sounds like it has a pretty good mechanism there for that. We do have our pass-through charging port right here, which I think at this budget price is amazing. And then on the back, we have a couple of additional back buttons here. These sticks, these shoulder buttons, pretty nice. Oh, those are, I really like those. The front ones are nice. They feel really nice and clicky. And these two back triggers are pretty good as well. So I think the Hall sensing is just these first two, probably not the back triggers, although I could be wrong there. So yeah, that's pretty nice. So let's take a look at the 10 and see what it looks like. This one's priced a little higher. Immediately, this is a bit of a nicer packaging. Right here, it does have a little bit nicer design to it as far as packaging goes. Again, this is from the same brand, so this is just a bit of a better model here. And as we open this up and take a look inside, we do want to thank AliExpress for providing this product sample to us. And I think do we have a cord here? So it looks like we actually have, or this may just be for the, no, we actually have a cord. So unlike the 5 that didn't come with any cords, this one does come with a cord. So we do have a USB-A to USB-C cord here. So that's nice that it actually comes with it, and kind of a neat place to kind of store this little box in the shipping packaging. So it looks like this M10 is probably considered to be a more upper end. We're still in the budget here. Okay, nice. Let's see if there's anything up under here. Doubtful. Probably a manual up under here. I can get this out of here. Ta-da! Okay, and we have a manual, and this is a bigger, thicker manual. And what is this? Don't know what this is. It looks like, feels like a plate, some kind of plate. Maybe a separator or something for different size phones. Let's see if we can just get this. Let's see if we can take a look at this. Some kind of rubber stop. So again, that's kind of nice. And nothing else in there below that. So this is, you can tell this is a step up from the first one we looked at. Manual here. So again, the M10. And let's see here, this one, a little bit better detailed manual here. Definitely. Let's see, phone installation, remove the phone, yada, 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 controller layout, charging the phone with the controller, so we can do pass-through charging. That's good. Turbo mode. Here's our mapping with our keys. There may be some sort of app that goes this one, since this one is actually for the Android. So let's see here. Flash twice. So pretty much that. Let's take a look at the unit here, and these feel pretty much like the first one. Probably using pretty much the same sticks. These feel maybe just a tiny bit better. Let's take a look at the buttons. I already like the color layout of these buttons. That's just a bigger fan of that. Oh yeah, those feel much smoother. Not as clicky, much smoother than the first one. A better defined plus and minus or menu and home. And then we have, or actually probably for volume, we do have our home and menu here, and then we have our start and select here. And yes, a better D-pad. So this is definitely a better D-pad on this model right here. So currently between the two, I would pay a little bit extra for the 10, I think, just before even using it, just based on how this feels. We do have our pass-through charging port there. Let's try the shoulders. Yep. So most of these buttons feel the same. These feel a little better, and the D-pad's way better. The rest of it feels pretty much like what we just saw on the M05. Oh look, but we do have these extra buttons here instead of on the back like they were. They're right up here. It's very much like I had Neo, so I kind of like that. They're smaller and a little bit out of sight, but right there. And to do that, and then let's do our little test. Yep, kind of just snaps into place. Doesn't feel loose afterwards. So pretty good retention, pretty good hinge that we're using here to bring it back. And let's take a look here and see. And yeah, this feels just pretty much like the other one. And then this guy, I'm not really sure where this would go. So I'll have to read the manual or figure out how this is used. The other one had, and this doesn't really, this doesn't have a lot of protection here for your unit, so I'm a little surprised by that. It does have some rubber here. It does have the Easysmx logo, but this is just plastic, so no backing. So a little bit of improvements, I think, on protecting your unit on the other one, but this one, just the shape of the handle and everything just kind of feels a little better than that. So let's fire these guys up and take a look at a little gaming footage. And we'll play a little bit of Nintendo DS here. And we'll kind of see how this is doing. And so far good. It immediately picked up. I didn't have to install any software or anything like that to get it going. And we're using a iQOO 007 Legend phone here. This phone has a Snapdragon 888. I picked this up used on Superbuy because I figured it would be the perfect phone to, with its OLED screen, 120 refresh rate, a really good gaming phone to put and use. I picked this up for under $150, and so the Snapdragon 888 is a chipset that for retro gaming is going to be very, very good. It's not as efficient as the newer Snapdragons and has a little heating issues, but I'm not pushing anything on this that really would cause this thing to be overheating like that. Let me fast forward through this. All right, so some Princess Peach here, and the D-pad is pretty good so far. Let's see how the sticks are running. Yeah, sticks are good, feel good. This is a pretty fun game here again. I'll leave a link in the description. Don't know if this is a game you guys have played before, but I recommend it on the DS. Certainly quite a fun and underrated game, I think. So yeah, I think that this is controlling well. Of course, we can go in. Let's see, I don't think if these buttons are doing anything right now. Well, yeah, they're kind of mapped to that, to jump and hit, so that's interesting. Again, there's probably some software that we can go in and adjust this, but this is just my initial playthrough on this. But let's try out something a little different. Let's see if we can get a little street fighting going on this. So let's try a little Castlevania, actually. Playing some Dawn here. And So far, again, this D-pad feels pretty good. These sticks feel good, and so does the analog trigger. Overall, feel like for the price that this is asking, this is a very good mobile controller that is punching way above its weight class as I die here. It certainly is presenting itself at a level that, you know, the backbones and the other handhelds in that price range of $80 to $90 certainly feel like this guy right here is a real bargain from what we've seen so far. Let's go in here and let's try a little bit of some Mario Kart. And who doesn't love a little bit of good Mario Kart on the Nintendo DS? And again, if you don't want to buy a dedicated retro handheld, a used phone like this with a decent Snapdragon and one of these controllers makes a great way to experience retro gaming. As I run into there. So certainly the triggers feel good here. Controls feel good. We'll try it with the D-pad instead of the analog stick. Yes, the D-pad feels good. Certainly a good experience here playing some Nintendo DS. Now, not much of an Android gamer here on the channel. I can, as I do more testing and we post some more content on these units in the future, let you guys know how it turns out, because I know some people coming here will certainly be here looking for playing some Android. My biggest issue with the Android gaming is that so much of it is focused on touchscreen because, you know, Android phones don't have built-in controllers. But yeah, I'm gonna say that this one is, you know, short-term currently, initial impressions. Reviewing it here, it's a buy. I can't imagine, you know, that this is not going to produce a very decent experience for you over what your own phone or whatever phone you pick up can actually provide to you right now. Let's try the 05 and let's see if we get a similar experience. But for right now, Deadheads, want to say if you can find this, and I'll leave a link in the description where you can pick up one of these at a good price, then yeah, certainly this is going to be worth the money. It's good quality, it's packaged well, the controls are well, easy plug and play, just has a lot going for it. No need to spend $70, $80 on a backbone or one of the other upper end brands for that. So let's try the younger brother, the M05. Popped right in there, the light came right on, and just again going back to this thing's just a little bit too square for my liking. I think that would probably be the biggest criticism I have, and then this D-pad, which is, you know, but again, you're probably going to be able to locate this one for less than the 10 model. I do like that it has more of this padding right here to kind of protect the phone. But other than that, I'm going to say that if you have both of these at very similar price points, and that doesn't sit very flush there, at very similar price points, I would certainly probably go with the 10, just because you're getting a little bit better ergonomics, you're getting a much better D-pad. This D-pad's not terrible, but just not quite as good as the 10 model. But both of these, you know, are competing at a very high level with some of the other budget mobile controllers we've looked at. On the channel, the D8, you know, has been considered a pretty popular model. The D9, I would say this Easysmx is probably better. It's punching above that. Definitely given the experience is pretty good here. Again, as far as the controls go here, the biggest difference between the two is the D-pad. The ergonomics are different. I kind of prefer those buttons up here, plus the spread of this. These shoulder buttons don't feel quite as natural to hit as it did in the 10 model. But still, with that being said, you know, if I was going to look at the D7, D8, D9, or this, I think I would go with this for sure. Again, we want to thank our partners at AliExpress and Amazon.com for providing these product samples to us so that we could bring you Deadheads these overview unboxings and impressions, review of these mobile gaming units that can add USB-C connectivity. There are also there are also Bluetooth models available. Guys, I'm going to say and recommend you always go with the USB-C, especially if you have the pass-through charging like we have here. It's going to just be a better overall experience. You don't have to worry about any latency. And then also, you're just going to get what I feel is a far superior experience with plug and play. All right, guys, this has been a look at two mobile handheld units from Easysmx, both quality products. The 10 is the one I would pick out of the two if you have both choices within relatively close price range. If you can get the 5 for, you know, more than $10 or more less than that, then I think going with the 5 would be acceptable here. Just know that this guy's a little bit square and not quite as comfortable to hold as this guy right here, which is, you know, more of a traditional look for it. There are some favorable things about the 5 that I do like overall, but I think the 10 is just the better product. Either one of them is great, and again, look at the link in the description if you're interested in buying one of these and setting up your retro handheld. Also leave a link where you can find this phone. Again, this is a fantastic phone with the Snapdragon 888. Came out in 2021. Was a premium phone, but you can pick these things up for under $200, sometimes under $150, and get them with this beautiful OLED screen running at 120 Hertz with the Snapdragon 888, and a very thin phone, a 6.2-inch panel that just really is fantastic for retro gaming with RetroArch and your emulators, as well as a phone. All right, Deadheads, I hope you've enjoyed this look, and Dead Fred out.